when you mentioned the kids seem happy at the base, the Afghan kids, I mean, if we've made that happen, um, or helped
Yeah,
make that happen, that's a pretty good thing.
right. Welcome to America kind of stuff. And so that's where sometimes the first faces they see, or they either at the border or off an airplane after that horrible journey that they've all had. And so, yeah, to find a place where they can come into our shelter, I guess it's a hospitality center, or they come into the sanctuary and we give them a brief and welcome them. And then you see the people, they can relax, smiles come back. The kids look like they look like they can play again, and the tears come and the prayers come. And so it's a wonderful, sacred kind of moment.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine what that transition must be like for these people who go from, I mean, no matter how you slice it, their life has been in some level of trauma for a
yeah,
long time, and to be able to move to some sort of laughter or joy or just tears of relief and release. Oh my gosh, George, talk about sacramental moments.
right. So we learned that, of course, Lydia Patterson, because you have to be pretty honest there, or the kids will know
Mm.
it, in everything you do and say. And then we learned in Germany when we were there, because we had a similar kind of situation where the um, people from the Middle East were in Africa were just coming into Europe, similar to what we did here a couple of years ago, except that you had the multiple foreign languages that people weren't familiar with, Arabic and Farsi and some of the African languages. And so when we got to our assignment in Germany, the first thing that we got asked to do was, the government didn't know how to deal with these. The social workers were calling us and they said, we have all these unaccompanied minors in a hotel, 150 or 200 kids, all different ages from like 12 to 18, I guess. And they didn't know how to even communicate with them. And so we came in as a church and just kind of started. First thing we did was got a ball out and started playing with them. What the tendency was to fight and the biggest wins. And once they found that we could play and there were rules and there were
Hmm.
boundaries where people couldn't get hurt or hurt each other or dominate, and there was equality and justice, and wow, it was just amazing. The little kids that were 12 years old or 14 years old, they looked like they were 30 because that was what they'd
Yeah.
been through. They all of a sudden became little kids again.
Oh, wow.
That
What a
was the best.
great story.
Yeah, and that opened it up. So we had some experience with Afghans and Syrians, and they we never. What really happened was the church became their home.
Mm.
I mean, they didn't join the church so much. There were some, but they would come to the worship services, and we would have a worship service, and they would be reading scripture in Farsi and Arabic and some African Ghanaian languages, and so it was a powerful faith group. They saw the church as their home. There was a place where they had friends and family. They could a sacred place where they got refuge, and they could start over their lives again. And so for that they were always thankful about that, and they were always welcome.